superstar Chris Jericho. No, you can't name me a match. Because that's what Kenny Omega is. He's that underground band that you swear you love his music, but you can't name any of his songs. I think we all know that. The perception that Kenny Omega is the greatest wrestler in the world today, when in reality, the reality is that I dominate the news feed, that I monopolize the budget here, that I am the leader of the Bullet Club, that Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi.
Oh, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is I, Jacob McGovern, a.k.a. Cubics, and this is, like I said, the greatest show here, the best show here, the best show there, the best show anywhere. This is Shooting the Shit with Cubics. But today I am not alone, as I am joined with a very special guest. I am joined with my father, Robert McGovern. And, you know, he's here with me. We're going to talk about various things. We're going to talk about professional wrestling. We're going to talk about other stuff that may involve professional wrestling. We got NXT on USA. We got SmackDown coming to Fox. We got the best wrestling promotion anywhere. You know, it's the number 2 promotion now. It's better than WWE, Dad. It's better than it's going to take over the wrestling community.
Which one?
All Elite Wrestling. You know, it's led by Cody Rhodes and Tony Khan, who owns the Tony Khan. I believe his dad owns the Jacksonville Jaguars. So he's got a lot of money.
Sounds like somebody got a little bit of money and got to, you know, buy their own wrestling organization. Basically, aka Shane McMahon. But anyways, Cody Rhodes really. He has a wrestling organization.
Yeah, so this is a very special episode for me, for anyone who watches this. I mean, clear we will probably get some viewers, probably get some people that'll probably message me, probably want to be on the show. I don't know, but anyways, yeah, we got AEW. It's this Wednesday. It's going to be on TNT. This is the first wrestling promotion that's had a primetime deal on TV since WCW, and WCW was on TNT. So here's the thing with AEW. Now, I'm not just someone who just blindly hates AEW. You know, I like to. It has some good matches. There's some good matches. You know, there's a slight, revolutionary concept with AEW. I get it. You know, they want to push a transgender as their first women's champion. That's all well and good. But if the transgender wrestler was popular, or if we knew who said transgender wrestler it was, it would make sense. But nobody knows who the fuck Nyla Rose is. Do you know who Nyla Rose is, Dad?
No, I don't know who the hell Nyla Rose. But with transgender wrestling or even in-type wrestling, you know, as long as if you know how to wrestle. I ain't dogging that, but you know, just don't get hurt. That's all I got to say.
Well, and it's not even the fact that she's transgender. That's not the problem I have with it. The problem I have with it is that they're trying too fucking hard to make a statement to be yeah, we're having a transgender women's champion. You know, that's what they're doing, and. Yeah, that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. But Will Ferrell #1 said Vic Joseph did an amazing job on commentary tonight. Dino Matt, who the fuck is Dino Madden? See, here's the thing. Like when I was at Raw tonight, actually. So yeah, by the way, I was at Monday Night Raw tonight. It was a very nice show. I had it was a fun show. Not a lot of stuff happened. I was expecting Rey Mysterio to go for the title. That did not happen. Very disappointing because Brock Lesnar fucking destroyed him tonight. That was very sad. But yeah, no, then I saw the commentary table was different. So I guess now we have Vic Joseph, someone named Dio Madden, and Jerry the King Lawler on commentary for some reason. That's a
Who
thing.
the fuck is Deal Man?
That's what I'm saying. I don't even know who the fuck that is. Like she's Scott's. This is Scott right here. Scott's saying Dino.
Scott Casey?
Yeah, that's Scott Casey.
What's up, Scott?
Yeah. He's saying.
My brother.
Yeah, he said he's doing a good job on commentary. So that's. Scott knows it better than I do. I didn't watch it
Scott,
live.
who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah,
where the fuck's he come from? And does he have any wrestling credentials? I don't think so.
Yeah. So, anyways, but basically, this episode is primarily about AEW mostly because AEW is taking over the world, man. It's taking over the fucking world. We got Cody Rhodes. Yeah, we got Cody Rhodes. He's challenging for the AEW title against Chris Jericho at Full Gear, I believe it's called. The next pay-per-view, it's called. See, what the fuck is up with all these pay-per-view names? They got All Out, Double or Nothing, Full Gear. It's just, it's completely. And
they didn't have the fucking pay-per-view that says, "Hopefully, my company succeeds at this pay-per-view."
Yeah. They need something called fucking the Labia Show. That's what it should be called. Fucking it's embarrassing, with fucking Cody Rhodes. And I get it, they want to have a win-loss record. They've been talking about that. They have this whole thing where they're like, oh, wins and losses are going to matter in this company. And Cody Rhodes has gone on record saying in the recent episode of Road to AEW on TNT, long-ass title, he said that if he loses this match against Sammy Guevara, then that's it. He's not going to challenge Chris Jericho for the title. So
who's the guy?
Sammy Guevara.
Who the fuck's that guy?
He's the next big thing apparently. So
that's why I laugh about all these different. The AEW's got the new talent. I agree, and it's kind of funny. They just got Stars versus Jobber. Chris Jericho.
Where are the stars? Where are the fucking stars? Besides MJF, besides Chris Jericho, besides Cody Rhodes, maybe.
They're facing each. Every time they, Chris Jericho versus Jobber.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes versus Jobber. Whoever the fuck. So, like I said, I don't know all the guys from AEW. They're probably good wrestlers. They're probably good wrestling talent. They probably got, what it needs to take, to be part of the, the organization. Obviously, they are because Cody Rhodes led them wrestling, and plus, he's the son of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Hey, I can't knock that. Cody Rhodes. They did underutilize him, just like his brother Goldust. Goldust.
There's a whole thing about that though. Goldust. See, this is my problem with Goldust. The only thing I have a problem with Goldust. See, Goldust goes on social media claiming, "Oh well, WWE. I was in prison while I was in WWE. Oh, like fucking, dude, they kept me held down. I could have done much more." It's like, dude, you're fucking Goldust. What could you have done? Same thing with Cody Rhodes. Like you were Stardust. Like what? They were holding you back. They were holding you back from what? What the fuck they're holding. So I get it. Cody Rhodes thinks he can prove him wrong, and I get it. That's the whole. If anyone who thinks that isn't why Cody Rhodes is doing this or why he's having a whole company now just to prove to it may be fucked up to say, and I'm sorry for saying this, but to prove to his dad and to prove to the Vince and them that he can do it. It's just I understand that completely, but it's just fucking Nyla Rose. Like Nyla Rose. Yeah, fucking Nyla Rose, Joey Janela. Come on, dude. At least get some fucking names in there. If throw $1 million at CM Punk. Ambrose is in there. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, John.
Yeah, John Moxley. Yeah. Okay. So
but he was even fucking. He was okay. He won the fucking WWE title only because he was part of the Shield and he got pushed. That's it. Yeah, he had a couple movies. John Moxley, he's a good technical wrestler. Don't get me wrong, but he should be the face of that company. I really think. But
they just need to throw a bunch of money at CM Punk. That's all they got to do is just throw a shit ton of money at him.
Who?
Yeah, just fucking throw some millions at him. Even if you could shit on CM Punk. CM Punk's been gone for 6 years.
CM Punk sucks, dude.
CM Punk is the best wrestler of all time.
No,
okay,
he's not.
he revolutionary. If it wasn't for CM Punk, Daniel Bryan. If it wasn't for CM Punk, Daniel Bryan would have never been champion. Yeah, Daniel Bryan's the shit, dude. Daniel Bryan never would have been champion. Johnny Gargano, like NXT wouldn't even be a thing without CM Punk. It's all CM Punk. He's the innovator, the creator, the dictator, the originator. It's just
the only reason why CM Punk got to do what he had to do because AJ Lee was his wife.
Well, no, that's not true. That's not true at all. AJ Lee fucking came at AJ Lee. They buried AJ Lee 6 feet under when CM Punk left.
Yeah.
And that's why it's
So
AJ Lee
regardless,
right after that.
I mean, now that I look back at wrestling back in these days, I'm like, oh wow, a couple years ago, AJ Lee, because I watched the movie All in the Family with Paige. Paige would beat her for the.
Now AJ Lee, you could make a legitimate case for AJ Lee and say that she's probably one because I'd make the case without her and maybe Paige, then the women's revolution or whatever the fuck it's called, that would not exist today. That would not be a thing if Paige and AJ Lee didn't do their whole feud, and they were actually wrestling. They weren't just fucking Jillian Hall coming out there with their big titties.
Ooh,
But I love Jillian, but it's just the same thing. Or Melina, Melina was a good wrestler too, but
the best one was Candice Michelle.
Yeah, Candice Michelle was great.
Bad.
Yeah.
She's bad. Even
She was a legitimate porn star too. Yeah. So.
no, she wasn't.
Yeah, she was.
Really?
Yeah, I'll show you some stuff. No, but
Anyways.
so yeah, back to the greatest company in the world, All Elite Wrestling. So they have Chris Jericho as their champion. Cody Rhodes is the number one contender. See, the smartest move they can make was having Chris Jericho as the champion. That's the smartest move they can make. That's the only smart thing you could probably condemn them for. Maybe putting a focus on tag team wrestling because there hasn't been that in a while either. I don't know, but even with the tag teams, dude, you got the fucking Dark Order, you got fucking Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy, and I love Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy, but you're calling them the Jurassic Express, that sounds like a fucking dinosaur porn company,
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, son.
No, it's all good. It's my show.
Who the fuck is Kenny Omega?
See, now here's the thing with Kenny Omega.
He's laugh when I hear the name Kenny Omega. What the? And he's supposed to be fucking.
Well, what is he?
He's been wrestling for blah 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 so many years. How many titles he won? What has he done?
He's been the IW.
Cody Rhodes' dick is basically and Goldust's dick.
He's been
all I see. He has. He was a jobber in WWE. Yeah, he got a couple shirts made, but. Really, I'm very sorry about this dude, Kenny Omega.
See, Kenny Omega couldn't even fucking make it in WWE's developmental system. He was in fucking Ohio Valley Wrestling. He was in Ohio Valley Wrestling. Not a lot of people know this, by the way, but I know this shit. He was in Ohio Valley Wrestling with the same people like Brock Lesnar and Shelton Benjamin and Johnson. He was with that class of people in Ohio Valley Wrestling. Not a lot of people know that shit, but you want to know where he was? He was a jobber in Ohio Valley Wrestling when they had John Cena there as the fucking prototype, or when they had fucking Batista there as whatever the fuck they called him. What'd they call? Yeah, I know. Fucking, they had he was in that class of people back in 2001 and shit, and he could even make it there. I'm just saying, I'm not shitting on Kenny Omega just to shit on Kenny Omega. I'm just saying I don't get the hype. I don't know where.
Yeah. He fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah, I don't get the hype. I don't get it. I still don't get it.
Who the fuck is Kenny Omega? All I gotta do is say, suck dick, lick balls, you fucking faggot. You suck as a wrestler. I don't see any potential in yourself. Prove me wrong. That's all I gotta say. Prove me wrong, Kenny Omega.
There's going to be an opportunity because AEW is coming to TNT on Wednesdays, and it's going to be great. Kenny Omega. You see, here's the thing. Here's the thing I don't like about Kenny Omega too. His promo style, because his promo style is he gets on the microphone and he talks like this. He talks like this because you gotta enunciate every single sentence that you gotta do because it makes more sense if you talk like this. It's like Kenny Omega sounds. That's literally what he sounds like. That is what he sounds. Right. Have you heard him talk before? It's fucking yeah. He's like, oh, John Moxley is going to face me at the AEW show, but and he is. I think he might be gay. I don't know. He's alluded to it. There's been something. And, be gay all you want. That's all you good. But that's all well and good. But fucking. And this is another problem with AEW. There's a lot of gay energy. A lot of gay energy. You got the best friends, they're all hugging and shit. You got fucking Angelico and Jack Evans wearing matching outfits, going out there fucking, doing thrusting and shit. You got Sunny Kiss. Do I even have to bring that up? Fucking, yeah. People can shit on Jim Cornette all you want, but I look forward to when Jim Cornette talks about AEW because he's the only one that calls it like it is. Everyone else is all kissing Cody Rhodes' ass trying to get a job. Dave Meltzer's still out here, not reporting on any inside AEW news, but he's fucking, because he's all far up Kenny Omega's ass and far up the Young Bucks' ass. And it's the Young Bucks. Exactly. Same thing with the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks are fucking so overrated. They're literally, they're like, okay, literally,
How
they're
much
like
they weigh?
probably like 100 and probably, I probably weigh more than that, I'm gonna be honest, but you can make the argument, they're successful and I'm not.
Motherfuckers.
That's what I'm saying. They're in Japan.
I'm pretty sure in Japan you're worshiped like motherfuckers, but I tell you what, this America, you ain't shit. The Young Bucks.
It's just like
you're kind of like
they're and here's the thing.
Little jobber in my book.
Yeah.
Tag team. I think the Cactus League Wrestling here in Arizona could beat you guys. But my boy Roman Alexander and all them guys at Cactus League Wrestling, I give you guys a shout out. Those guys, that's an up-and-coming wrestling league in Arizona, CLW, and actually they're all over the West Coast. So if you ever seen CLW Wrestling, check it out. They got some really good wrestling guys. They even had Big Cass, Enzo. They're coming soon.
Yeah, Big Cass is in a mental hospital at this point, right?
They have Tessa Blanchard coming. Kirby, what's his name? The guy.
Oh, Martin Kirby.
Who's that guy? The good kid? Actually, the one wrestler that my son's telling me about.
Joey Janela?
No, the AEW. Who's the guy that wears a face paint?
Oh, Darby Allin.
Darby Allin.
Yeah, Darby Allin's actually really good. If they
saw him in Tucson.
If they run with Darby Allin the right way, he could be a Jeff Hardy type. He could be a I'm wearing Jeff Hardy type.
He's not heavyweight, but he's got skills. Got a good wrestling, organization.
Well, at least unlike fucking, tub of mustard body Joey Janela, at least he knows how to fucking wrestle. At least fucking he may be as skinny as Don Knotts, but at least he can wrestle. Joey Janela can't wrestle. He looks like a fucking carton of milk out there. It's amazing.
Who's the guy in WWE or NXT that's the African American guy that's big guy?
Keith Lee.
Yeah,
Keith Lee. That dude's fucking. Yeah, that dude's legit.
Keith Lee, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I'm glad NXT's on USA for that exact reason. Because my dad didn't even know who the fuck Keith Lee was, and I told him, I was like, this guy's fucking legit.
Hey, that was a good match. He had the guy with the guy
Dominic. Dominic, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, that's right. The big white guy.
Yeah.
Hey, even the big white guy was pretty good. But hey, Keith Lee, you're pretty good. Hey, I like you, and hope you have a good career. And hopefully see him in WWE. And
he'd be fucking great on the main roster. Yeah, he'd be kicking ass.
Good.
But yeah, Keith Lee is fucking great. See, this is why I think in the long run NXT is going to be AEW because NXT has
they beat him now.
Yeah, they beat. Well, it's already established, and it's kind of. And they're going to be in the long run, and I'm pretty sure with AEW they'll get good ratings in the first 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks. But if they keep if AEW starts getting a bunch of ratings and they start getting successful, then I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me. So it just might be a me thing. It might just be my dad's thing. I don't know what it is, but if this is the next big thing, then I don't know what's going on. So yeah, this is fucking. Like if Joey Janela and fucking Darby Allin. Oh shit, Alyssa's watching this.
Hey Pop, what's up, Pop?
That's funny. Why does Alyssa have a YouTube channel? What the fuck? What does she watch on here? Some makeup tutorials. But yeah, no. So if they have Joey Janela and they have Darby Allin and fucking Jimmy Havoc and all these guys, but it's gonna be great. We're gonna have the next big wrestling promotion, and WWE's got no chance, ladies and gentlemen. This Friday on SmackDown they got The Rock showing up. They got Hulk Hogan on this recent show on Raw. Yeah. And they got all these legends and legitimate people showing up, but tune in to AEW on Wednesday to see Joey Janela.
Who the fuck's Joey Janela?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Let me say this. Let me tell you something about the AEW. I've been seeing all these promos. The only guy they got is Cody Rhodes.
And maybe Chris Jericho.
Well, Jericho is a legend. All right.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. He's a legend. I have no problem with Jericho being their champion, But where does it end? I think it kind of stops right there. You know, how long?
Well, how is it going to sustain itself for? See, no one's thinking about this long term. You know, now it's great. Now it's fucking amazing. You know, this is like a. You know, they can do this for a couple shows. You know, this is like basically a couple. This is like a bunch of super shows basically at this point. And you know, it's going to get to a point where they need legit fucking stars. They need people who people know, who the casual viewer knows. No casual viewer knows who the hell Nyla Rose is. That's why if they're making her the first ever women's title.
Or Kenny Omega. Who the fuck's Kenny Omega?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Nobody knows. You know. Oh, well, Jacob, the internet knows who Kenny Omega is. Come on. Well, it's like okay.
That's not watching the TV.
That's what I'm saying. The casual viewer is not turning into TNT to see fucking Kenny Omega do flippity floppity do matches with fucking Kazuchika Okada at fucking New Japan Pro Wrestling. You know. I'm just saying that's what I'm saying. These guys belong in Japan. They belong. If they were doing a new promotion in Japan,
they're legends in Japan.
Yeah, they are legends.
Go the fuck back to Japan.
Exactly.
They suck here.
Exactly. Same thing with fucking Gallows and Anderson. If you look, if you go to Japan and see, you know, talk about the Bullet Club and Gallows and Anderson, they're fucking legends. But you know. But look at what they're doing on Monday Night Raw, dude. They lost. Who did they lose to tonight? They lost to fucking. It was Gallows and Anderson against the Viking Raiders or whatever the fuck they're called.
The Viking Raiders are up and coming now. I like the Viking Raiders.
Yeah, but it's just like you know. You know, Gallows and Anderson deserve much better. You know, they should be in AEW. It's like fucking. You know, look what they're doing. That's what their best of their ability is for.
They should go to AEW because they suck in WWE and.
Probably get treated better. They probably get treated better.
If I was them, I'd go back to Japan and celebrate all them titles they won, which they would let.
But like, it's just like they don't even like. Where is this big? You know, not everybody needs to be fucking the main event. Not everybody needs to be that. You know, I'm sure that you know people always ask, oh, why does Dolph Ziggler stay around WWE? Well, because this guy makes fucking six figures to fucking get laid out all the time. Of course, he stays with WWE. Why do you think why do you think Zack Ryder stays around for WWE? Because, you know, after all the shit they've done to him, because he gets paid six figures to get laid on his ass. You know, it's just some people are fine with just getting a paycheck. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. And, you know, I'm just saying there's nothing wrong with that. You can shit on that all you want. But, you know, people, you know, I hate the people that say like, oh, well, Dolph Ziggler, if he went to somewhere else, you know, well, Dolph Ziggler's contract has been up 5 different times in the past like 3 years and he hasn't signed anywhere else. You want to know why? Because he makes fucking money getting paid to go on his ass and be a fucking goofball. He has the best job in the world, legit. You know, he can just make a fool of himself and make fucking money. He gets paid. That's what I'm saying. So anybody who shits on anybody in WWE is stupid and doesn't know how money works. I'm just saying. You know, anybody like people were shitting on Mike Kanellis during this whole like the same thing. And it's like, you know, you can even make the argument like who the fuck is Mike Kanellis? But like still, Mike Kanellis is out there, you know, being cucked out by Ricochet and Maria, and you know, he's out there probably still making 6 figures too. I'm just saying, you know, it's $1 billion company. You know, people aren't hurting for cash out here. I'm just saying people got to think sometimes. And you know, and it's just weird, dude. Especially with the whole AEW shit, with their whole they're signing their friends, basically. That's what Cody's doing. He's signing all of his friends, and he's not signing anybody with legitimate wrestling backgrounds. You know, like there's a reason why, you know, Jack Swagger, and you know, people can shit on Jack Swagger, but Jack Swagger is a legitimate 3-sport athlete, and he's fucking good. He's actually good in the ring. Or Ryback, you know, people can shit on Ryback, but where the fuck is Ryback? Where's Wade Barrett? You know, these guys. Yeah, exactly. These guys are free. Yeah, these guys are free agents right now. These guys have not been signed, or Damian Sandow even. Damian Sandow hasn't been signed to a company in years. And you know, I'm just saying, or
Damian Sandow.
Yeah, same. Yeah. Where is Cody Rhodes signing these guys or signing Ryback? You know, Ryback hasn't been seen in a long fucking time. And, you know, you can shit on Ryback all you want, but at least Ryback has a legit presence and he looks like someone who could fuck someone up. I'm just saying, you know, you can shit on Ryback, but, you know, he looks like someone who can kick some ass. They don't have anyone on that roster who looks legitimately threatening, who looks like someone who's intimidating. You know, you look at Cody Rhodes and you think like fucking, oh yeah, this guy's going to do my taxes tomorrow. You know, I'm just saying with his blonde fucking hair, I'm just saying, you know, there's, you know, wrestling's a subjective thing. We now have wrestling for every day of the week now. NWA is back now. They have a whole new studio show that they're producing. So anyone can watch.
What's an NWA?
Well, nobody, but I'm just saying they're coming back, and they're coming back for some reason. But I'm just saying they have a lot of wrestling right out there. So you can watch. I'm just saying there's so much other wrestling than AEW. That's better than AEW. You can watch New Japan Pro Wrestling. It's free. It's online. Or you can watch fucking CMLL, or you can watch Mexican. Like, I'm just saying, why was there such a big problem with people going, oh, well, we need legit wrestling, and there's no. It's like, if you want legit wrestling, go out and find it. It's all over the world. That's what I'm saying. That's why Japanese wrestling exists. That's why Mexican wrestling exists. That's why fucking Korean wrestling. I don't even care. Whatever nationality it is, I don't care. Just go for it. It's all subjective thing. I don't care. But the fact that everyone was saying, oh, well, we were clamoring for something new in wrestling, and AEW is the next best thing, and fucking TNA has been there for years. Grant, TNA sucks sometimes, most of the time, but I'm just saying. It goes. I'm just saying. It goes without saying. Basically, watch MLW. Legit. I've said this many times on this channel, many different ways. Watch MLW. You have Jim Cornette on commentary. You have Tony Schiavone on commentary some weeks, and you have legitimate. It feels like an old school wrestling show, and it's a legitimate wrestling show. Or just watch NXT because NXT is now on USA. I'm just saying. I'm not sucking NXT's dick, or I'm not sucking Triple A. I'm not sucking any dick here. I'm just saying it's a legit, it's subjectively and objectively better than AEW. I'm just saying it's a fucking fact. Anyways, Dad, you got any closing thoughts? Because I've said all I can say.
Well, actually, I'm gonna take a little break right now because this break right now is brought to you by Teddy Bruschi. Just so to let you know, Teddy. Anyways, this AEW, you know what? I like the fact that Jericho's a champion there. John Moxley's there. Dean Ambrose, whatever obviously he didn't get. He must be getting paid what he wants, or just for the love of the wrestling. A lot of hopefully these guys are getting paid well. Even that, if not, they're probably doing it for the love of wrestling. But like I say, these guys like Kenny Omega and who the other guys like Joey Gelani or
Joey Janela, Darby Allin, all these guys.
Darby Allin, I saw him here in Tucson.
He's pretty cool. He's cool.
He's a good kid. He's got a good work ethic.
He has to bulk up a little bit.
He does. He's a little light, but I think he's got a successful career in his way. With the theatrics that he does, and also the way he conducts himself in the ring. He's really good. He's got a good, obviously he's been putting in some work. So, but all I gotta say about this AWA, or I'm sorry, AEW.
It's all elite wrestling.
AEW. I'm sorry about that. I don't know much about it, but I know, I've been told by my son and about the Cody Rhodes and I know Gold Dust and all this other shit. But whoop-de-doo. That's all I got to say. Because WWE, of course, is going to smash them. And I think the NXT brand is even better than the WWE, SmackDown, and Raw brands.
I totally agree. It is. It's better than Raw. It's better than SmackDown. And you know what? Raw tonight was passable. And I don't know why. It was better than it was usually. Raw usually sucks ass. It does. It usually sucks. It's usually unbearable. Tonight it was a decent show to watch. The 3 hours actually did kind of flow by kind of nicely. And I was there live. Usually it drags, especially when you're there live. But I was there live, and I had a good time. I had a real good time. And
Thanks.
yeah, I know. So yeah, some girls flashing her tits, like when AJ Styles was coming out, and it was nice. It was nice for the Drakester to see. But
as a television, I watch it from the TV today. Jacob went to the live event, and I stayed here. But watching Brock Lesnar do what he did, that was he kind of took it to the extreme. That was not cool what he did.
Yeah.
And I know Vince, lets him do whatever the fuck he wants, unleashes him or, Stephanie or whatever they do that, but I bet you a lot of them children that saw that match were kind of horrified what he did. Even myself, being a father and stuff like that, seeing, of course, little kids go, they look up to this stuff and, what happened tonight with Dominic and all that stuff with Rey Mysterio. that was not cool. You know, got F5 like what?
Well, yeah, but but they made you feel the way they wanted you to feel. I feel like but that
Exactly.
so they accomplished that. But man, to see fucking same thing, and this is a problem with most Brock Lesnar matches, but it's just like, man, to see fucking him throw people on their necks like that and just fucking see him, like that's what I'm saying. I don't think like reckless is the word, because I know Brock Lesnar knows how to wrestle. It's not like
Brock Lesnar needs to remember where he fucking came.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
he needs to remember where he came from.
And he's not just this fucking UFC.
Seeing fucking pro wrestling, and I guarantee you, as me, I've been an independent wrestler myself. And just watching these guys, idolizing these guys, putting in the work, to do what you do, entertain the people. I've been in wrestling rings, I've had 5 people in the fucking wrestling, watch me. 5 people watch me.
Yeah.
But it's a sad fact that 5 people were there, and, you want to make these 5 people happy. But, going to the extreme, making people, looking at you saying, wow, this guy just suplexed this dude off, this 150-pound guy, and he's 300 pounds, giving an F5 7 times, and then pulling his son out of the out of the ring, out of the crowd. That was kind of a little extreme. Hey, it's all showmanship. I get it.
Well, and it's just like if him and Brock Lesnar were like feuding, that's what I'm saying. If him and Brock Lesnar were like feuding, and this was like an intense, rivalry, and just like he took it to the extreme of, oh, he's attacking his son now, oh, this rivalry is really pro, but like this shit came out of fucking nowhere. Like I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
like,
why did Kofi Kingston come
out?
Why
didn't Kofi
came out?
Yeah. Yeah, I know, and it made no sense for him to be on Raw in the first place. Yeah, it was fucking stupid, and I was really pissed off because they promoted the whole week. They've been promoting all week a fucking Universal Championship match between Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio. The whole week they've been promoting that match, and I was looking forward to that, and I was so and I was so pissed, and because they just took him out of the fucking show, and. If I'm hoping that this leads to something, I'm hoping that this is just Rey Mysterio is going to get his comeuppance on Brock Lesnar, but I have a strong feeling that that's not going to happen. I don't think Rey Mysterio is going to be beating Brock Lesnar anytime soon, which is sad because Rey Mysterio is, he deserves better than this shit. They should. It's like, why even bring him back if they're going to, they brought him back after like all these years with him being gone. It's like, why even bring him back if you're just going to have him like lose over and over again? And if you're going to have him, get beaten up by Brock Lesnar for no reason, and then, have him, have his fucking son come out there. And, Dominic is okay. I haven't seen him wrestle yet, but his promo ability needs some work. That's obvious. But then again, yeah, but yeah, I know. I'm not saying he's not trained. No, yeah, I'm not saying he's not trained. I'm just saying I need to see him. Yeah, I'm not saying he's not trained.
That was a good
show. It was a good. No, yeah, he sold it fucking good. He was selling it fucking really good, and it was good to see, especially because I remember when Dominic was like a little kid and like he was on there fucking, when him and when Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero were having custody battles over fucking Dominic, and I remember him from that. Seeing how he is now, he's all fat and fucking way bigger than Rey. I'm just saying his promo ability needs a little bit of work. Not that I'm saying Rey Mysterio is a great promo cutter, but I'm just I'm just saying promos aren't really Rey's best suit. But I'm just saying if he needs to either get in the ring fast or his wrestling or his promo. I don't know. He needs something, because him being the son of Rey Mysterio isn't enough these days. All right. You could, Ted DiBiase Jr. was in WWE for a little bit, and look how fucking well that turned out. Nick Flair was in there for a little bit, but that turned. Yeah. I remember Nick Flair. Or whatever the fuck his name was. Was it Nick?
Flair.
I don't even know who he was. Or Bruno Sammartino or David Sammartino. Anybody remember that? Yeah, no thanks. Or Wes Briscoe. Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, man, fucking sons of famous wrestlers don't always do well. So hopefully Dominic has better luck than most.
I'll tell you what. I wasn't famous, but I guarantee you, my son he's practicing, and he'll be there soon. So watch out.
I'll be thrown around like Dominic was tonight, but worse. I'll be one of those wrestlers. But anyways, that is pretty much all I had to say. That's pretty much all the show I wanted to do for tonight. But
I'm not done. That's it. All I got to say, AEW, prove me wrong. I really think you got Jericho, whoop-de-doo, John Moxley. Really, You're not all that.
They got Emma too. Remember Emma?
Who?
Remember Emma?
Emma's bad.
Yeah.
She's all right. That's a nice set of tits right there.
Yeah. Awesome Kong too. They got
Awesome Kong. Hey, I've seen Awesome Kong wrestle in Norfolk, Virginia. She's got good skill, and she's got
She should really be in WWE.
She should.
Yeah, she's one of those people.
You know what happened with her when she became pregnant?
She got
blackballed. They she was the next big thing. She was the next big thing.
The sad thing about that is that she had a miscarriage, and that's not a lot of people know that. With that pregnancy for WWE, yeah, right. She got a miscarriage, and they had big fucking plans for her. Then she got pregnant, and that ruined all that. Plus, if you go back and watch those few weeks where they were building her up and when they debuted her, when they did all that shit, and she was mauling everybody, like, go back and watch that shit. They had big plans for the way Nia Jax is now, that's what Karma basically would have been, and that's what her name basically was at the time. It was Karma, and it was a cool name. It was spelled cool. She had a whole cool gimmick, but then fucking she ended up getting pregnant, like women do, and she had
Nia Jax got pregnant.
No, I'm talking about Awesome Kong, and when she got blackballed from WWE, and especially like with WWE, I don't know why they wouldn't want to capitalize on that, because she's one of the stars on Glow on Netflix, that show on Netflix with her, because Awesome Kong is in that, and she's one of the stars, and I just can't believe WWE wouldn't want to capitalize on that. Yeah, she is. Her, and
she's been around the world.
Yeah, and you can make a case.
Even New Japan, she fucking ruled that fucking place over there.
Yeah, you can make the case that even Awesome Kong, that you can even make the case that Awesome Kong has a part in the women's revolution. Why they're taking women's wrestling so seriously these days, because Awesome Kong probably played a part in that too, because she was one of the first that had actually good women's matches. At least I can remember. I gave maybe fucking the Fabulous Moolah had a great match one time, but fucking.
Fabulous Moolah was the greatest of all time.
Fabulous Moolah sucks, bro. She fucking pimping out.
World champion.
I know, pimping out all the girls.
She was the greatest of all. Fabulous Moolah, greatest of all time. End of story. Don't even pull the mic away from me. There's no wrestler that compared to her. She ran it for 28 years, so that's not even a discussion. And if you do got any of you guys got a discussion with
pimping out women,
you guys all suck dick like balls.
She was pimping out all her girls for years.
Even Mae Young. Hey.
Yeah, her and Mae Young.
Fabulous Moolah were the greatest of all time.
Fabulous Moolah was pimping out all the girls that she trained under her wing for years. She stole money from a lot of people. Anyways, she's a great role model, Fabulous Moolah. So money laundering, fucking having her. I know, but still, Well, I know, but still, fucking, I'm just saying.
It's Fabulous Moolah.
That's what I'm saying.
Fabulous Moolah. It's like saying it's Michael Jackson. Anyway, I don't compare those two.
Yeah, Fabulous Moolah is nasty. Nastiest looking wrestler of all time. She wasn't even hot, dude. Even back then. She wasn't hot. She wasn't. She was disgusting looking.
She was the best.
No, she wasn't even a good wrestler either.
The best. 20 years being a champion, who could beat that?
Wendy Richter. Wendy Richter was better. That is my answer to that statement.
Wendy Richter was a fucking fly-by-night.
Wendy Richter was better.
Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah, was better than Fabulous Moolah.
That was a good gimmick back then.
Mae Young was better.
Fucking Hogan fucking doing this and doing that.
Rock and wrestling.
Andre the Giant and all that other bullshit. It was rock and wrestling with Cyndi Lauper and fucking Lou Albano, Captain. That was some good wrestling back then. I remember that. I was there. I used to watch it. I loved it. You weren't even thought of back then. But anyways, that wrestling was good wrestling. That it was good. It was a lot of rock, because wrestling back then, wasn't. You could either take it or leave it. And they had, the Saturday night main events. I used to live for that. I used to watch that. And a lot of people watch it as well. But the ratings weren't all that. And then finally, once, they started getting Monday Night Raw and, TNT and Nitro and all that shit. It kind of took out wrestling, took off then.
Anyways, wrestling is now it's now a big old boom is happening. They got all these shows. They got all these shows now, and AEW is coming to Wednesdays. It's going to be great. And when AEW does come on Wednesday, I'm going to definitely do a show and reviewing the first AEW show on here. I'll probably have my dad on here with me. But yeah, when that does happen, I'll see you guys till then. Anyways, this has been oh shit.
Watch CLW Wrestling here in Arizona. Roman Alexander and all you guys out there, the CLW Wrestling. get down, man. I'm from Tucson. You guys are my boys. We've watched you many. I've watched you many times. You guys kick ass. But anyways, back to my son, and good luck.
Yep. So, anyways, I'm Jake McGovern. This is Shooting the Shit. It's the best show here, the best show there, the best show anywhere, and it is where the shit will be shot at every single time, any single angle, every single point. So it doesn't matter. Anyways, if there's shit to be shot at, it will be shoot at here on Shooting the Shit. Anyways, I'm Jake McGovern. That's my dad. This is Shooting the Shit. I'll see you guys next time. Keep your dicks hard and your pussies wet.